with Deepthi Naval and Ranjit Kapoor, and I'd like to ask a couple of questions about the film that's premiering this weekend.
Yes. I'm very excited bringing the film here. We had a tremendous response in New York City, and now I'm really looking forward to the response of the audience here in Chicago tonight.
And tell us a little bit about the film.
It's a very close-knit interaction between three people. Basically, I would call it's a love story between a gay songwriter and a prostitute with a disabled child, and how these three people bond. That is the main crux of the story.
And even as you describe the storyline, the face of Indian cinema has changed so much. Can you tell us a little bit about where you see it going in the future, Ranjit?
I think it's going to get better and better. You have so many more chances being given to new directors, new scripts, and so much more in terms of Indian stories are coming out into the global cinema arena. Of course, the business of filmmaking, the business aspect is still a very tough one, and I hope that that model and that module both are going to go through a positive change.
So on today's episode of Mixed Masala, we've been sharing highlights from the first annual Chicago South Asian Film Festival. And I'm here with Amit Rana, director of the festival. Amit, I'd love to hear about how the idea to hold and host the first annual film festival in Chicago came to be.
The idea came about in a few different ways. One is Ketki Parikh, our executive director, has always been thinking about this for several years. However, for myself, what happened was earlier this year I was taking a leadership course actually at Landmark Education, and part of the coursework was to do a project for the community. And I absolutely love movies, so I was like, well, why not do a film festival? And initially I talked to Mileen Patel, who I knew, and I was like, hey, you want to do a film festival? And he's like, yeah, I'm on board. And then we got introduced to Ketki Parikh by a mutual friend, and then she was like, yeah, I've been thinking about doing this. And then the team just came together. We got Kaivan, we got Shalini, and we brought a whole bunch of friends together. So that's how it kind of came about.
Cool. And what message are you trying to get across by bringing the festival here?
The key thing is that there is, first of all, South Asian cinema is not just Bollywood. There's a lot of really real cinema, real stories that are being told. And on top of that, Chicago has never had a South Asian film festival or an Indian film festival. So the combination of giving a platform for South Asians to tell stories and also bring cultural awareness to Chicago.
So Ketki, we were talking a little bit before the interview about how traditionally Indian cinema is defined by Bollywood. The film festival here is redefining that. Can you tell us how it's being redefined?
As Aparna Sen said in her inaugural speech that Bollywood is good, but India is, and the films that is made in South Asia, they are much beyond Bollywood too. And I think we are really proud to present that part of films to the audiences of Chicago, and we are very sure that within 3 years this is going to grow very big, and people will really appreciate that we have started this festival in Chicago.
I'm here with Parveen Usman, who's the Director of Sponsorships for the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. Parveen, you have a very respectable list of sponsors. Tell us a little bit about them and how they're supporting the event.
So yes, we have quite a few sponsors listed. We have, starting from the presenting sponsors to, exclusivity, airline sponsors. We have Comcast. We have, we have tons, as you can see listed on our board right there. But we have a lot of support, I should say, from the Chicago community. And in fact, we were lucky enough to have sponsors from New York and around the country as well. So very fortunate, very blessed, great sponsors.
I'm here with Suhani Amin, Director of Public Relations. Suhani, tell me a little bit about the support that you've been getting from media and how you've been getting the word out there about the film festival.
At first we thought it would be a little difficult getting the word out, but once everyone heard that there's a South Asian Film Festival, it caused a lot of buzz, especially I think movies like Slumdog Millionaire and all kind of opened the door for South South Asian cinema, and we got a great response. Media has been so supportive. I'm so thankful. You know, Tara, thank you as well. But yeah, we've been very happy with the response.
I'm here with Kaivan Dave, Director of Marketing and Technology for the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. So Kaivan, I would love to hear how you got the word out there. This is the first of its kind. You had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, I did have to do a lot of work. Basically, the main channel that we used to actually get the word out was social media marketing, and that's one of my expertise. Obviously, people spending over 30 minutes a day on Facebook, Twitter, and a bunch of other social media network. I thought that would be the right platform to start it off and start creating the buzz. So that's how it got started, and then we had a lot of people subscribe through our website to get the newsletters. So from that, one thing to another led, and that's how the word just started, and the buzz just went out of control. I couldn't even control it, or anybody. So that's how the people actually got to know about it in more detail. Yeah.
That's great. I'm here with Malin Patel, the programming director of the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. Malin, I would love to know how you went through the process of selecting which films would be seen.
Sure. I mean, it was an interesting process because this was our first festival. We really had to go to some of our own networks to figure out which films we would pick. We ended up getting about 40 films, and then between myself and two other folks, Kant Desai as well as William Hayashi, we kind of had an idea for what we wanted to do, and we ended up picking what we thought would be a good spectrum of films. Pretty much the idea I had in mind was something for everybody. There's some family films, there's some controversial films, there's some documentaries about some great subjects, social causes or other issues that people might not really know about. And there's even some light films, you know, shorts about gangsters in a way, in a comedic way. And so we really wanted to make something for our families, our friends, you know, our parents or children, and our neighbors, and even some of the free films. We had an opportunity at the Cultural Center to showcase an entire day of free films because we got their theater for free in exchange for free programming. It really opened it up. So Sita Sings the Blues, Ramchand Pakistani. These are movies that are a couple years old, but they're great films, and we're offering them to the public for free. And I'm really excited about tomorrow night, Ashes, which I'm proud to say is sold out. And I really hope to do Ajay Naidu justice in his directorial debut. And also the closing night film as well, 7 Days in Slow Motion. I'm very excited about that. And I'm really happy to showcase Aparna Sen as well. She's got one that she directed and then one that she's acted in too. Japanese Wife is her directing film, and then Antahin is a film that she acted in. So I'm really excited.
And as you're reviewing films from around the world and across directors and countries and such, what's most surprising about where South Asian film is going?
I think what's surprising is that it's something where we kind of had a stereotypical role here and there, whether it's on film or in TV, but now you're actually seeing that it's not just a stereotypical role. You're getting actors, but now you're getting producers and directors, so you're getting entire films, shows, the whole thing, the whole shebang that's being directed or acted by South Asian talent. And not only on the talent side in front of the camera, but also either behind the camera or even on the business side of things. So you're seeing the whole industry kind of turn on its head. And I think it needed to take about a generation, right, from when people started going in small pieces, and now within this generation, I think you're going to see it full force, and not only from the directors, the movies, the actors, but also from the business people that are supporting it and even financing some of these projects. So
I'm here with Shalini Trivedi, who's the hospitality director of the Chicago South Asian Film Festival. Shalini, tell me about some of the biggest challenges with putting on an event of this size.
Well, definitely for me, one of the biggest challenges was just making sure all of our artists had fabulous accommodations. These people are A-list celebrities, and we wanted to make sure we, put them up in style. And we wanted to make sure that they had a very good introduction to the city of Chicago. We might be the second city by name, but we're a first-class city when it comes to hospitality.
Absolutely. And did you run into any divas along the way?
No, everybody has been extremely pleasant. They're just thankful, I think, and they're enjoying having a platform to showcase their art, and we are more than happy to provide them with that showcase.